she is. Mount Olympus. Wow. A little bit bigger than I thought. Oh yeah. Well, first look at the mountain. Decent amount of snow up there. Exciting, exciting. A challenge from the gods. Yeah, we got a better view up here. All right, got all my supplies, my snow spikes, my unfortunately polyester rain jacket, but you know, sometimes if you didn't pack properly, then you have to make do with the rental. What else? Yeah, it's gonna be a pretty decent climb, pretty intense one. To the top, the very top, there's a few thin and very steep pathways, so I'm excited for that, and it's gonna be great. I'm very, very excited, which I don't feel excitement like this too often, so that's a great sign. I'm doing something outside of the comfort zone, but yeah, we'll get to it. All right, we are in Letokoro, the town beneath Mount Olympus. Mount Olympus is like the other side of the hotel there. But I'm fueling up. I've got sheep feta, olive oil, butter on rice cakes. This will be my dinner. I finally got to a decent grocery store, so that's great. Got some raw meat as well, which I'll have later. Yeah, so when I got to the hotel, told the desk clerk that I was looking to climb Mount Olympus tomorrow, and he was like, "You sure?" I was like, "Yeah." He said, "There's snow up there." I was like, "Yeah, I can see that. Bit of snow. It's a bit of snow." Apparently, some people recently turned back due to the snow. Now, that could be because they weren't as physically fit as me, or they just didn't want to risk it. They were a bit older. Who knows? I think this climb is not something that is super dangerous to go up and do if there's snow. I talked to my buddy who's an expert mountaineer about it, so we'll still be fine, but could be that conditions are a little bit challenging, which is good. It's good. Still doing everything safely, of course, but yeah, that's where we're at. As we were coming in, as you saw, I saw the height of the mountain, and it was really quite motivating to see that it was not going to be, like an easy hike, really. I'm excited. We'll see how it goes. Starting early in the morning, we'll fuel up, just eat a bunch this evening, and then get going probably 4 a.m. or so tomorrow. The day has arrived. We are ready to go. We are packed. We are strapped up. We have all our snacks and ready to go. Let's hit the road. All right, it is 5:22 a.m. A little bit later than what I wanted to start, but we'll just make up for it. I think if I smash it at the start of the hike, I'm really going to reap those dividends later. So I'm gonna push hard under the cover of darkness. We've got about 44 minutes until dawn. So let's get ready and get on the road, get my headlamp out, and walk through the dark. Heading off to begin the climb. Well, the climb has begun. Beautiful river next to us. Lights coming through, won't need the torch for too long. Wonderful. already heating up. So I had to take off the top layer. And some sunrise action there. Wonderful. Nearly out of the forest line. Sun's coming out here. Beautiful. There's a few gusts of wind, so I put the outer layer back on. Still warm. I think conditions are going to be great. There's going to be no rain or anything like that. Looks like there's a few clouds up there at the top, but that's what happens when you go to the realm of the gods and you're high up. This feels like a bit of a pilgrimage. I've been getting a little emotional coming up here. I just want to thank you all for supporting me as you do. And I'm so grateful to be able to do my work and live my life. I just hope that I get the guidance to fulfill my purpose. That's what I want most of all. As part of this hike, meditating on that, thinking about the gods and the role of us as mortal men, what our responsibilities and other such things are. Always important to think about what you're dedicating your life to. And yeah, I'm just so happy to be doing what I'm doing. So there you go, there's my one emotional moment of the vlog. Let's keep going. Hardest bit is yet to come, I believe. Is the air getting thinner, or is my cardio just not up to scratch? Who knows? It's getting a bit chilly now. Thankfully, we have the blessing of Apollo with the sun out, so I'm good. There's snow on some of the path now. Really getting up there. Doesn't look so far away. Just taking refuge behind a rock here because there's going to be no windbreak out there. So I'm just going to have a little drinky poos. It's just slow going up here. Just keep on going, rest when you need to, and then get up again. You can taste the gourds. That's where we're going. Getting a couple cramps. There's the top. Very close now. Might as well use all my fluids on the ascent up. Make it a little bit easier. Hopefully stop the cramping with some minerals and such. Highly enjoyable place to be. Highly enjoyable experience overall. I think this is one of the coldest places that I've ever been. We're so close. I just saw 2 black birds. I don't know if they were ravens, but that's a pretty cool sign if you know what 2 black ravens or 2 black birds means. Odin! Oh yeah, there's nothing. Just clouds. Rocky cliff face. Look at that. To get to Mytikas, which is the real peak. I don't know, boys. I don't know. Being by myself, that might just be a little bit dicey. Okay, there's a path marked with these red and yellow bits. Guess we'll see. Guess this is what they mean by scramble. Check out this. Yikes! Oh goodness. It's really not as bad as it looked. We're sheltered from the wind on this side. Beautiful. Got sun warming as well. Nearly there. Very nearly there. So close. Woo! Oh, there's a crazy echo. Wow, guys, incredible feeling of accomplishment of just awe at the mountains. We made it very top. God bless Greece. Thank you, Greece. Thank you to this land for having me, for allowing me to travel safely upon it. Here I give my acknowledgement, my love, my energy to the land itself, to the gods, to the spirits that take care of it. And I'm just so blessed and lucky to be here, and that everything worked out as it always does in the sun. I'll definitely come back here, maybe run a trip if you guys want to do an expedition with me here to Mount Olympus. That could be a lot of fun. Drop a comment if you would like to come on a Mount Olympus trip, because it's pretty spectacular. Alright, let's head back down. Of course, you know that I could not leave without sunning my balls on Mount Olympus. So that's what I'm doing now. No, I'm not going to show that on YouTube. But it had to be done. It had to be done. Just for a little bit, so that I can say that I did. Chilling, going down. Blue skies. Rest of it is going to be a breeze once we're refueled with oranges and honey. Gonna see if I can jog down a little bit, little trail run down, so we can get home in a good time. Tastes so good. Well, this is the bit that we were at before, where we could barely see that far away. Now that the clouds are cleared, I've put on again my little woolly thing, just because the sun now is getting, we're at peak UV, reflected on the snow. I love the sun. I've already got a lot of sun, and I will continue to get a lot of sun, but it just makes sense to have a little extra layer for this bit while we go over the snow, so they don't get too roasted. But yeah, easy goings now. Look. Hey. Wow. Yikes. So, how am I feeling? Pretty good, honestly. No massive fatigue. My feet are pretty beat up. The muscles are going to be, a little tender. A lot of rocks, and especially I'm wearing barefoot shoes, which is much better, don't get me wrong. But inevitably, your feet touching the ground, they're tough because I wear barefoot shoes. But when you hike, 10 miles with however many thousand elevation gain on awkward rocks, then but they'll recover even stronger. That's what I love about things like this. Same with my cardio, same with my temperature tolerance of my body. Getting put through those extreme temperatures, I'll be stronger the other side of it. So I'm feeling good. I will rest up and drink and eat a lot tonight. Find a fresh orange juice, and great success. Also wanted to talk about nutrition for events such as this. Obviously you saw I had fruit, coconut water, maple syrup, honey, rice crackers, cheese. I would have had milk if
I had raw milk available. Anything quick digesting carbohydrates, raw, that you can really mix in your mouth with saliva to increase the speed of the absorption of the sugars. Natural, of course. That is what you want when you're doing intense hiking, intense any exercise. I saw one guy on the trail who was eating a bag of mixed nuts. Look like the things that you eat off the bar. He also had rolled his ankles, so it's like, what happened there? Not judging. It's just there are very obvious better choices for nutrition when you're in an athletic environment and you want to perform. Quick digesting sugars should be your main choice. Take a look at the greens here. I think this might have been the part that was dark when I was walking up. Absolutely stunning. Getting that nice green light through the sun, through the leaves, from the sun. Oh boy, I need some sugar. All right, boys, we got to be close now. Surely. Been going pretty swiftly. I recognize this bit from this morning. I think we're about 5 minutes out. I lost my trusty tripod on the top of the mountain. I think it was in my pocket and it just fell out when I was at the top in the snow. So I would just like to dedicate this moment to that tripod. He was with me a long time, a lot of travels, took a lot of imagery, and some of the imagery in this vlog. So hail tripod.
We're almost there, lads.
Come on now. Oh, so nice. So incredible, crystal clear and super cold, so refreshing. If you get the opportunity after a hike to refresh yourself in a flowing stream, there's nothing better. I wish I brought a towel and I could just swim in that little cold plunge. Man, incredible finish to the hike. We're over the bridge there and then back to the car park. Wow, look at this. I didn't see this morning, but wow. Waterfall. It's like several pools here, crystal clear. I want to swim so bad, I might even just go without my towel. Oh, nature has it all, huh? And here we are. We made it. Time to refuel with juice, hit the sauna, return my snow spikes, which I didn't even use. Now, what a ride. Thank you, Mount Olympus. And it's just my incredible luck because the cafe at the bottom of the mountain has freshly squeezed orange juice. So I've ordered 2, rivers humming by. Beautiful, beautiful place. Just take it in before I leave. Already drank the first one. Better than beer. Important part of the hike. You get your shoes off for the first time. I'd actually taped my feet because I had blisters from the other walk. Little ones, small ones, but tape around is really good. I didn't have any pain or didn't increase the blisters or anything. Oh, now to eat. So for my lunch, I'm gonna have cheese and got a refill of water. Put some honey in it, make some honey water. into the raw meat, I don't think. I just want to smack this down and then keep going. And I'll have raw meat once I'm back home.